to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2026 San Francisco 49ers.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
In motion right, Debo. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells our offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas, let's keep it going.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Gets past one man. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
First down. First and 10.
That's an early scrambler to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Touchdown, Washington! Jaden Daniels, 36 yards. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 6. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
In motion left goes Jennings. And now a fake on a jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass caught by Pearsall. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Daniels looking to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Niners, Sky Moore. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The slot man in motion right. Purdy. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Purdy. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
At the 32-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Purdy. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Open. Hey, he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Washington offense set to take over. And they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
To throw is Daniels. That's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit said they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
At the 45-yard line.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Dorrance Armstrong in on the stop.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And the slot man goes in motion left. Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together. Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And it is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. 25 yards that time.
Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, it's Krosky-Merritt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'm chop you up.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Purdy now to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Purdy to throw. That one caught by Tonjes. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Purdy. Incomplete to Tonjes. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st down. Purdy to throw. That's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jennings.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Purdy. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Commanders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.